I'm David Cornell. I'm a kitchen and bathroom designer. What's come clear to me when I go to do an estimate for a customer is that I tend to get asked the same questions over and over again. And those questions involve stuff like lighting, sinks and faucets, countertops, cabinetry, flooring, backsplashes, appliances, basically everything to do with your kitchen renovation. So what I'm going to do is answer those questions for you, and hopefully when it comes time to do your renovation, you'll know what to do. This week we're doing a kitchen in a condo. The condo is about 25 years old, and it's a small kitchen, which is typical in a condo. We're going to take out a painted cabinet that's the original kitchen, and we're going to put a white cabinet back in. So come along and see the transformation that takes place. Okay, Kathy, you've got a very old kitchen in here, probably the original in your townhouse.
Yeah, about 34 years old.
34, okay. I was going to ask how old is the townhouse.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of doors that don't close. I see there's a panel missing on one of the doors down there.
And a drawer that's broken.
A drawer that's broken. What kind of changes do you want to make in here?
I want it more open concept. I don't want to feel so closed in the kitchen. I need more cupboard space, or at least better organization of the cupboards. I don't think that the counter space was utilized well in this kitchen. And yeah, I'd love to see undermount sink, which means a solid surface countertop.
Solid surface countertop, good, yes.
And I'm in need of a new stove because the stove is old and doesn't do the job. It's pretty archaic.
Are you pretty open if you just kind of give me free rein on this and see what I can come up with, and then we can work from there? Because when I design it, nothing's carved in stone. It just gives us a palette to work from.
Yeah, I'd love all your input.
That would be okay?
Yes.
Pots and pans drawers probably be a plus for you.
Absolutely.
Garbage can that hides away.
Oh, big time.
Okay. I see you've got a blind corner in there where the sink base is. You got a big waste of space there. Looking at the floor, you got a beautiful slate floor in here.
Yeah, it is nice. It wouldn't have been my choice. It was here already when I moved in about a year ago. But it is beautiful. I love the colors in it, and it hides a lot of dirt because we're shoe people. We definitely walk right into the house, into the kitchen with our shoes, so that's all a plus.
Okay. I would say let's keep the floor then, because that's going to save you some money if I don't have to rip this floor out here and put a new floor in, unless you're totally against that and you want to put a new floor in.
No, budget is an issue, so I would say floor would be at the bottom of my list of things that I would want to see go then.
What about the beautiful floor to ceiling?
Yeah, I think it's outdated. And it definitely closes in the entire kitchen, and it needs to totally be blown out. Totally.
I agree. Let's keep it light. Are you thinking wood cabinets or?
I don't know. I think the color is so dark here. I'm open to anything that's probably light and that will open up the kitchen. If you have any recommendations, that's great.
Okay, well, you're talking budget, and we're trying to do this kitchen for under $20,000. Okay. And if you want solid surface, then we certainly can't go with wood doors, because wood doors are going to be twice as much as thermofoil would be. You can go with a wood grain or you can go with white, and I'll give you both options, and then you can take it from there. The wood grain look is going to be more in a thermofoil than a white cabinet will be. Okay. So we'll take a look at that.
Okay.
So what you're looking at now is the 2D rendering of what I've designed for the kitchen. So I've taken the dishwasher from one side, moved it over to the other, and I've slid the fridge right up into the corner. So that gives you a lot more counter space.
Beautiful.
So no one really gets excited about the 2D, so let me show you the 3D, because this will give you a good idea of what it's really going to look like.
Oh, that's cool.
Walk it around.
Oh, very nice.
So you can see, look at your counter space you've got now.
Much better.
I've kept the same floor in there, and as you see, I put white cabinets in.
Beautiful.
It does make it look a lot bigger. I've taken the Florida ceiling out of there.
Yes.
Microwave over top of the stove.
Beautiful.
And you did mention to me that you love to cook, and a good stove is essential here.
Absolutely.
Anything wrong with going to a gas stove?
Love gas. Okay. Had gas in Europe, love gas.
Okay, I think that if anyone that really loves to cook and bake, they really do like the gas stove. So let's go that route.
Beautiful.
And we'll put the microwave over top of the stove like that, and that'll give you venting and where the opening is. I've put in a couple of pantries.
Beautiful.
That'll be for your hard goods, canned goods, box goods, cereal, stuff like that.
Perfect.
What do you think?
I'm excited.
Very nice.
Ceramic backsplash, under cabinet lighting.
Yes, nice.
Now here's the exciting part for you. I was able to keep this all under 20,000 with the solid surface countertop, undermount sink.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So we did, you know, like I said, you couldn't go for a wood door. You do have a white thermofoil, but you're going to dress it up with the countertop and the backsplash.
Beautiful. No, it's looking good.
Very nice.
I'm looking forward to seeing it finish now.
Look, you've got actually no blind corners and extra cabinets.
Yeah, I might actually get everything in the drawers, right, instead of leaving it all out.
Okay.
I'm excited.
The ripper is ready for ripping out.
Here, Ripper, here's your hammer. Here you go, Farmer Dave. Where's the Ripper? Oh, there he is. Working hard as see?
So seriously, your mom's going away and you're not having a party? My mom wouldn't even be at to the end of the driveway and people would be arriving. You want to kill the power first?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me when the light turns off.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Hey, look at that. It's a keeper.
Everything in the garage for now.
Goodbye, Bye, Dave.
Here it is here. Yes. This original oak cabinet that's been painted inside also. It's just got the thin panel on it that I think one of the cabinets was falling apart already, yeah. We're replacing it with a lot better cabinet going in here. We are going white again. The room is about 8 by 9. It's not a very big kitchen. So we're not really changing the footprint by much, just moving the dishwasher over, sliding the stove over this way. And we're gonna move the dishwasher because you can see where the dishwasher is now. You stand at the sink, get in the dishwasher. No good. Did you just swear, Benjamin? Pull it out. Oh, that's it. That's the noise I was looking for.
There we go.
Stay right outside. I got this one.
You got it?
Yep.
Wait, you're the Ripper.
Well, you know, I'll let you take the small one, Junior. So we're just gonna finish taking out the rest of the cabinets right down to the floor. The floor is gonna stay. Get rid of the drop ceiling, and when we come back, we're gonna start putting the new kitchen cabinets in.
What he said.
When I move it.
Triangle there.
Well, we got 90 degrees. This makes it a little easier for me. I've got this angle finder, and as you know, I always start putting cabinets in the corner and we work out that way. So what we're gonna do is determine the height of the cabinet, which is 30 inches, and then I've got a 1 3/4 inch crown mold going on top. So we're gonna check the bulkheads, find the lowest point, hopefully they're level. If they're not, we'll find the lowest point and make a level line across to the corner, and then we're gonna start putting the cabinets in there. If it's not, what we have to do is start from the lowest point of the bulkhead, and that's where our level line is gonna come across, and we'll have to do a little doctoring if this bulkhead is out of level. I'm gonna leave that to Ben. If you can handle that.
I think so.
So that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna start putting some upper cabinets in, and because we start in the corner, we're gonna put a level on both sides here and on the bulkhead, see where we're at. Okay, so that means from here to there, which is the bulkhead, right?
Lowest point.
Didn't really want to have to adjust the bulkheads,
No.
but look like we have to. Okay, Benny boy, let's get to work. See, it was just picking up the power from the plug. Okay. And no, same things. What do you got there, Ben?
X.
What's that?
For electrical.
Electrical? X for electrical? X. Oh, XE.
X, E. X plus E equals
Electrical.
no screw. Yeah, there's some math involved in this, you know?
I can see that.
Okay.
Your side has to go up. So Ben, what part of Transylvania are you from? Any vampires in your family?
No, not in the line. Not in my line.
Not your bloodline.
No. So, Dave, how many colonels in your family?
Just me.
Just the head colonel.
I'm the head colonel. My dad might argue with that, but I'm the head.
Yeah.
We are producing custom kitchens, which means every part and every size could be different. Now, we will batch number of kitchens together, 300, 400 parts, maybe 50, 60, 70 cabinets together in the same color, and we will batch them together and we will optimize them together. So when they cut, the yields is maximized. And that's where the labeling is very important. Without the labeling, you really don't know what you're cutting. Early morning, when the foremen will arrive at work, they will pull all the information from the system. System produces specifications for every part, and will be sent online or on a cable to the machines, downloaded to machines, and the operators start cutting and process the orders according to the yesterday's specifications. After cutting, we will go to the edge bender. It's a machine which applies the edges. And the same on the label, we have information what color this edge supposed to be, because not always is matching color of the melamine. Sometimes you have white cabinets and different color of the edging. So that's the second process, and then from that point we will go to drilling, and drilling is done on the machine which we saw on the production floor, and the same way. All the program numbers required for CNC program numbers required for drilling and for drilling patterns are on a label, and they store in a computer. All the foreman, all the operator has to do just punch the number, call the program, and execute the drilling pattern. All the drilling done is then we go to horizontal drilling for top and bottom shelves. When the drilling is done and the dowels are inserted, we are using old-fashioned method of doweling. We feel gives a better quality and better strength to the cabinets. And the final is assembly.
Okay, so we're thinking of doing the quartz countertops in here.
Okay.
And there's a wide variety of colors to choose from. Now keep in mind the color of your floor and the colors that are in your floor, so it's easier to eliminate unless one jumps right at you, than to just start picking one out. Now I would probably here go with maybe something in the beige. Well, there's not really a lot of, well, there's some beige in the tile, right? So you can do that, or do you want to go to the darker colors? But the black, it would also work. You're just going to have to soften it, I think, a little bit with the backsplash then.
Well, and I'm looking, this one too has a bit of a hue of the green, and it's funny, we kept saying how there's a big hue of a gray green in the tile. Am I crazy?
No, I see it. You are crazy, but I see it.
Well, what do you think of something like that? Is that going to be like way too much contrast? Or?
No, you know what? That might work too, because then you're not trying too hard by going black and white color. So if you add that on, then we can pick something up, maybe in a glass tile on the backsplash that would have that kind of a tint to it.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's probably the winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. Now you had a question about
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, you might hate me because I know we're already supposed to be at the stage where we're done, and we were talking about track lighting, and I was wondering how difficult would it be to put pot lights in as the eyes roll.
We're going to take out part of the bulkhead, so it's not really that big of a deal. I'll give you a quote on what it is to do the pot lights,
Okay.
and then we'll put it on a dimmer switch. And
Might be more time. I'm not sure where your time constraints are, but
I always have time constraints.
He wants to be fed. Dave, by the way, I gave him your lunch. Can you come back for seconds?
Look at that. The little fella wants something to eat. This is Cathy's fault. She makes peanut butter sandwiches for him.
Yeah. Look at him, man.
Well,
He's
give him
right
something to
in
eat.
there.
Give him something out of the fridge. Give him a steak or something.
I'll get their dinner.
Give him an ice cream bar.
Ask him what it
Here,
is.
see if he'll eat a strawberry.
Oh, don't eat anything. They're desperate. Look at the size of them.
You eating it?
Nope. That's all you're getting.
No, he wants some meat, man. You like the curry?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You should eat your fruits too, though.
He's leaving.
There's some bread here.
Some shrimp.
Where is he?
There's no freeze and burn on there.
None whatsoever. We're just applying the second coat of plaster. When you're plastering, it's always important to maintain a clean trowel. Any specks in there, if you've ever tried to plaster yourself and you drag your trowel along the floor, this is a 6-inch knife we call it, you drag it along the wall and you get a line in it. So you're pulling little chunks of dirt or dried pieces of plaster on there, so keep that clean. And it's much easier to apply the second coat. First coat we put on with a product called 20, Sheetrock 20. It dries a lot quicker, so in one day we're able to do all the plastering in the kitchen without having to come back 2 or 3 times. And then tomorrow it'll be dry enough that we can sand it, and it'll be nice and smooth for Rob the painter when he comes in to do his thing.
Oops.
The smoother the plaster goes on, the less sanding you have to do. So I never sand between coats. I'll put my first coat on and scrape off any high points, any bubbles that you get in the corner bead, and then it's smooth enough that we go ahead and put the second coat on. Again, let it dry, we'll scrape it off again, and then we go ahead and apply the final coat, and then it's a very fine sanding that's needed to be done, really only outside edges, and just smooth out any bumps. So the neater you are now, the easier it is for sanding, which is the worst part of all the plastering, is the sanding. Benjamin's gonna do the sanding.
I don't have my overalls with me today. I'm sorry.
If it was Ben that was doing the plastering, it'd be a different story. You'd need a jackhammer to sand it off, but when you're in training, that's what happens.
Hey guys,
We only let Ben scrape for now.
can make a career out of it, man.
Seems like you are already. After we got started, Cathy came up to us and asked us if we could remove this wall that was in here, just to make sure that it wasn't a supporting wall. We poked some holes in the bulkhead, and it appears that someone had already cut that hole out that was in that little pass-through window that was in the kitchen, between the hallway and the kitchen. So it wasn't a problem to take that wall out. Where the wall was, you can see Ben's getting it ready to put some tiles, so we're going to put some tiles in there to patch. So it's not such an easy thing just to cut a wall out, say, okay, we're going to take the wall out. And we added pot lights to the kitchen also, which wasn't in the original part of the contract, but no big deal for us to do it. Well, I am. I don't know about Ben. You're so careful when you do that. You love it how careful you are.
That's how not to cut. Dave, cat.
Oh, Blue. Curiosity killed the cat, Blue.
Today the Colonel's not here, so we're gonna have a serious tip for you today. And what we're gonna be doing is fixing a nail pop. This is a nail pop right here, and what happens is the nail has stuck out further than the drywall, ruining the plaster. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop it right out, check and see that it is a screw, and it is a screw. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tighten it up with the screwdriver, And you want to be sure not to tighten it up too much, because what can happen is it can pierce through the other side. And then what you do is you clean out around your hole, making a nice surface for your plaster. And what I like to use is something called vinyl spackling. It fills the hole and there's not much sanding afterwards, and it dries quite fast as well. And that's your professional painting tip for the day, and I'll explain it to the Colonel later.
Hey Dave, how are you?
Hey Les, how you doing?
Good.
to see you.
Just came by to take a look at the quartz countertop.
Looks good. The boys were here this morning, put it in.
Yeah?
And the color is really nice. I really like the choice that Cathy made. What do you think?
I think it looks great. Quartz is very, very new on the market, especially here in North America, and it has a lot of different properties. And one of the major properties it has is non-porous. So if you spill wine on it, it will not stain. Okay, it's highly. So Dave, those wild parties you have on a Friday night after
Yeah.
you're finished here, and you're too drunk to figure out to clean up, and you come down in the morning, you see all those red wine stains here,
Little marks,
not to worry. All you need is soap and water, 50-50 mixture, it all comes off. So you don't have to worry about that at all.
Okay, so when the granite is put in, they say that you always have to seal the granite, but you don't have to seal the quartz?
You don't have to seal it at all.
Doesn't need any sealing.
It's non-porous.
Okay.
Okay, and it's also highly chip and scratch resistant. So
Now what if I was to take a pot of boiling water off the stove?
you can do that, but we don't normally recommend that. I always recommend using a trivet.
What about a trasket?
No such thing as a trasket. Only a trivet. Make sure it's a trivet.
Trivet or a trasket?
Trivet.
Or a woven basket?
We always recommend to use a trivet on a countertop here. Caesar stone will withhold heat up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Most things in a household are less than 400 degrees, but some are over 400 degrees. So we always recommend using a trivet trasket. Which one? What's with the cat?
Well, this is how we actually chose the colors of the kitchen. We used blue. And blue's been getting in our way the whole time, right, Blue? Blue's a good cat. So if Blue was on the countertop and I scared Blue and his nails came out, would it scratch?
No, it wouldn't. No.
There you go.
Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Yes, you also.
Cheers.
Kitchen looks fabulous.
Well, then we can have a drink.
Sounds great.
So, I always ask everyone, what's your favorite part of the kitchen? What do you love the best about your kitchen?
It's hard to pick one because I've got about like 4 highlights, but I'm loving my appliances. I love the stove. I love the fact that I've got the 5 burners going. The convection oven, I am a baker, so this is incredible. And it's almost like an industrial type, but it's still a residential stove, which is phenomenal. I couldn't ask for more in a stove, actually.
Well, do you like it?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
Yes, it's fabulous.
Have you baked me any cookies yet?
Like tomorrow.
Tomorrow? That's great. So there is definitely a lot more space in here, especially taking that wall out. I found that, that was an afterthought to what we were going to do. And
I know.
And the glass tile and the yellow shades, there is a little hint of green in it here and there. So it does kind of pull it all together.
Yeah, no, it looks great. Really,
Well,
really pleased. So thank you very much.
Cheers to a successful job.
Thank you.